Hey everyone. Now I probably won't have as much information as Alpha Omega Sin will or Angry Joe or anything like that, so I'll let them explain when they put up their videos, if they do, about some of the new console devices that have been revealed over at GDC recently. Most of them, of course, being stream devices. Now, now, in case nobody knows what a stream device is, basically stream device is exactly what you get nowadays when you play a game on demand or you watch something on Netflix, Hulu, or even the WWE Network. You're basically streaming it through your Wi-Fi, your LAN wired connection, you name it. Basically you're streaming it through the internet. That's what you're doing. And like I said, it's either through your Wi-Fi or your LAN uh, connection. You're basically uh, uh, watching or playing something through that. Now, Steam devices or Steam games, if you will, have been around for quite a while now. They've been around for at least, I would say, 3, 4, 5 years, maybe more. And mainly what a Steam game is like I say, it's a game on demand. It's like with the Xbox 360, the Xbox games, either 360, the One, like the PS games, like either the PS3, or the PS4, or the Vita, or the PSP. These are games, or even the Wii or the Wii U, and they'll vault like with the classic Nintendo games, the actual Wii games and GameCube games and SNES and all that. Basically, you're able to download these games and play them without having to deal with any cartridges. In other words, not cartridges or well, yeah, basically cartridges. You can play them without dealing with any cartridges or disc. And without having to deal with that, it somewhat makes it easier. Now, not saying it does entirely, because it all depends on your connection. Now, I've downloaded a couple of games on 360 as the games on demand, and they've actually worked. They're pretty good. Because you're downloading them from the installed library that they're on onto your system. Now, streaming basically, or Steam games, are basically games that you can play in one area on one console, or you could actually carry and take with you and play elsewhere. Now, this technology has been around, like I say, for I don't know, maybe more years than I can count, but it's been a more recent kind of thing, and obviously it's more recent in popularity. But Steam games basically are just the games we play on demand. That's all they are. They're basically also just the PC versions of what we play on demand. Like, let's say, some of the PC games that Angry Joe has reviewed. Those are the kind of games, from what I can understand, is a game that you can play on Steam. You take a look at AVGN Adventures, which apparently has yet to be put on the Wii U or anything like that through their arcade deal or whatever. And that's a Steam game, but it's a game you can play also on. It's a Steam game, and instead of playing it, let's say, on your mobile device or your computer, it's a game you can play on your Steam device. Now, obviously, this is something that a lot of fans who prefer to download their RPG games or the PC games or games like AVGN Adventures. This is something they've been looking forward to because now they can actually play them on the television without having to worry about taking up so much ROM space and graphic space and having to go out and get another graphic card or whatever. They don't have to worry about that anymore because now they can play it through the consoles of these Steam devices. And there's a lot of Steam consoles coming out, if not out already. You got the Alienware Alpha, which is still pretty much in pre-order mode over at my job, and we got like a big, we got like a little displayed right here. It's kind of like a display you can see when you walk past electronics, and it says pre-order now the Alien Alpha. Sure, Best Buy and came out and Target the same way. But now you also get announcements that you got other Steam devices coming, like you have Valve, who's behind the Alien Alpha one. They're bringing out a Steam iLink or something like that. I'm not really sure. Again, Alpha Omega Sin and Angry Joe could probably explain more than I can. And then, on top of that, you have Navita, I think that's their name, coming out with their device, their console called the Shield. Now, people have already looked at and commented about the Shield console, and they're kind of 50-50 on it. There's no doubt about that. But the only question being, overall, is great as this news is, that we got consoles like we got streaming Steam consoles, if you will. Excuse me, like the Alienware, like the Alienware Alpha, or the Shield, or the Navita Shield, or even the iLink, and probably more that we don't know of yet, console-wise and maybe even portable-wise. The only question is, will they succeed? Will they be something that we've been wanting for a long time? Now, I'm sure the people behind this, from Microsoft to Navita to Valve to anybody that's getting into this Steam console business, they pretty much have seen the success that games on demand have had with consoles like the 360, the PS3, the PS4, the Xbox One, the Wii, and the Wii U. They've probably seen that success, and they want to make it, and they want a piece of that pie, and they want to make it more easier for people to go out and purchase this system, and giving them a reason to do it. And that reason being is, hey, you don't ever have to go out of the house anymore to get a game. You do have to go out of the house, or you could just go online, download the game, and here you could transfer it and play it onto your console, just like play it on your new Steam console, and there you go. You see, the only problem with that is people are still cautious. There's some people on Facebook that have commented and said that they're going to stick with their standard consoles of 360, the One, the PS3, the PS4, the Wii, and the Wii U, because in a sense, those are already Steam consoles. Those are already Steam consoles. That's what they are. They're already Steam consoles. Now, again, I understand that there are some games that are exclusive to the PC and exclusive to Steam that people want to play, but they can only play it on the computer through downloading it through a Steam network like AVGN Adventures. You can only play that on your computer. You can't play that anywhere else. And people want to play it. So again, the question being, is it worth it in the end? So my question obviously is it going to be worth it for these Steam consoles? These Steam consoles apparently are going to cost a lot when they come out. I could be wrong. It sounds like they're going to cost a lot. I'm only assuming. I think I heard somewhere that some kind of Steam device is going to cost a lot less than we expect, like maybe $50 or $150. Maybe I was hearing things. But still, overall, a lot of these things, like the Alienware and the Shield, they're going to cost a lot more than we expect. In fact, I was watching bits of a review on the Alienware Alpha, and it seems it doesn't matter what version you have. It's going to cost you around $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 at most. And believe me, I know there's a lot of people that are not looking forward to paying that just to play a console. They'd rather stick with something that already, in a sense, is a Steam console in their own unique way, and it's a lot cheaper. I mean, heck, when I bought the PS4, I pretty much had a Steam console right there. I could still play physical games, and in a sense, I had a console that allows me to download games on demand. In a sense, in a Steam kind of like way. But like I mentioned, I know there are certain games and stuff that are Steam exclusive only, and you can only play on the PC. And in a sense, the Alienware Alpha, the Shield, the iLink, and whatever else comes out are probably the best ways to play them on seemingly what would be regular consoles. But the question I was trying to get to is, I'm trying to ask and get to is, will this all be a success? Is this the next generation? Will these consoles, from the Alienware to the Shield to whoever to iLink and whoever else comes out, will they be the ones that knock Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo off the pedestals? Will they be the ones that become the next big things? Will they make things like the PS4, the Xbox One, the PS3, the Xbox 360, the Wii, the Wii U? Will they make them obsolete? In my honest opinion, I don't think so. I mean, again, like I mentioned, it's great we're getting these Steam consoles because yes, there are Steam titles that are exclusive that you can only play on your PC. But I think, in all honesty, it's not gonna take away from the success that Microsoft has had with their Xbox systems. It's not going to take away from the success Sony has had with the PlayStation systems, nor the success Nintendo's had with the Wii systems. It's not going to take any of that away. And besides, when you think about it, the Alienware is a freaking Microsoft product. I don't think Microsoft's going to want to take away from the success that the Xbox consoles have given them. I mean, heck, according to the guy that reviewed the Alienware, the controller that comes with the Alienware as we speak, depending on if it's out or not, is this: an Xbox 360 controller. Which means the controller they have for it, as of that video that he did basically about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or 2.5 months ago, is still in development. And like I say, at my job, we have a little display stand, billboard stand, if you will, that advertises pre-orders for the Alienware Alpha. But again, the question is going to be, will these things succeed? I'm not denying they're not going to have I'm not denying they're not going to have a decent shelf life. But if the prices for these things are as what I've mentioned the Alien Alphaware seems to be, if they seem to go for more than what the PS4 and Xbox One are going for, and even the Nintendo Wii U, they're not going to have that much of a shelf life. They aren't. If they go for less, then they're going to have then they might have a chance. They might. But if they're more, the shelf life's not going to last. Because pretty much what's been described is these things are going to be like laptops and PCs in a console. Pretty much, like I said, a Steam game that you would play on your PC or your laptop is you're going to be able to play on these devices, on these consoles, all because these consoles have the same kind of internal configuration that a PC and a laptop have. I mean, and on top of that, they're going to have the same kind of cooling structure as a PC and as a laptop. They're going to have a CPU and GPU fan. That's what the Alienware has. I don't know about the Shield yet. But again, the question is going to be, will they have a decent shelf life? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, I believe they will have a decent shelf life, but it's not going to be as long as what, Nvidia, Valve, and even Microsoft are going to hope for. I'll tell you honestly, one thing this guy pointed out in his review back in December of Alienware Alpha, the one negative people are going to take away from it is the fact that the fans are too loud. It's going to be one drawback. And again, like I said, I don't think Microsoft's going to want to let something like a Steam console overtake their Xbox consoles. The very consoles that put them on the gaming map. I don't think they're going to want that. So, are they going to have a shelf life? A decent one, but not as long as I think people are going to predict they're going to have, or those that are working on it are predicting they're going to have. I think the shelf life they're going to have is going to be mediocre at best. And I've got a feeling before it's all said and done, the only place you're going to be able to purchase these things won't be just through Amazon, but they'll only be in places like Best Buy, and that's about it. I mean, you'll still probably be able to purchase some at a Walmart, Target, and a Kmart and all that, but Best Buy, pretty much the only other place I see you being able to purchase something like this. This is what I project. They're supposed to come, all these systems are supposed to come out in the fall, basically in time for the holiday season. I look at maybe a year or two shelf life at most for them. Maybe 3 at the very most, but realistically, I see more of a 2-year shelf life for them if they don't succeed expectations. Because here's the one thing these people have to take into consideration. They are depending on the internet, the cloud, if you will, as the majority area for this to happen. They're depending on the internet and the downloading and the transferring of these games to be what helps this thing become a success. But again, they have to realize that the reason people still favor consoles like the PS4, the PS3, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, the PS2, the Wii U, the GameCube, the reason they still prefer them is because they know at least that with a physical disc in their hand, a physical game in their hand, they don't have to worry about any problems, period. Okay? Why do you think some people don't use the cloud devices that much when it comes to games? Not saying they do, but why do you think some people don't come out and say, hey, you should try the cloud device and all that? Because they don't know if it's going to be that dependable. And basically the aspect of this is you're depending on transferring your stuff through the cloud over to your Steam console. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to be a success at launch. Let me allow you to understand that. I'm not saying it won't be a success. It's going to be a huge success. Doesn't matter if it's the Shield that dominates, Alien Alphaware, or the Alienware Alpha, or I think, or whoever. They're going to be a big success, and they're going to probably be a big hit during Christmas. But I look at it like this. The PS4, the Xbox One, the Wii U, these consoles are still going to be the top consoles people want. And it's nothing against Steam, but it's basically, and it's nothing against the Steam consoles, because they'll probably go for those too, but it's basically because they don't want to chance the fact that the Steam consoles may be overhyped and not live up to that overhypedness that they'll get. So, like I said, Alpha Omega Sin and Angry Joe could probably tell you more than I can. But that's all I'm going to say on it, folks. That's just my thoughts on these upcoming Steam consoles and the potential they could have, both positively and negatively. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.